Hello, this is Tom, aka Jedion here for Tabletop Tap Room Court Reporting. Back in the courtroom. Wizards of the Coast is going to be in the courtroom real soon. And it's not for the case you thought I was going to be reporting on. No, it is not concerning Nu TSR. It is concerning stolen artwork and Magic the Gathering. You see, Donato Giancola is a Magic the Gathering artist, is suing Wizards of the Coast, and Faye Dalton, a fellow Magic the Gathering artist. And apparently he takes offense to having his art copied and pasted into somebody else's artwork, and he's not getting credit or paid. Before we get too deep into that story, which is all the rage on the interwebs right now, let me just say thanks for watching the video. Thanks to my subscribers. You guys are great. And don't forget that like, subscribe, and bell icon to help me build the channel. Now, moving right along. The Gamer, and not only the Gamer, Wargamer, and others are reporting on this court case that accusations of plagiarism. Now, what's at stake, and you probably need to see this a little bit larger, is Trouble in Pairs. Trouble in Pairs is by Faye Dalton. And right away, this card came out, and people were saying, boy, that elf is awful cyberpunky. Well, why wouldn't she be when she is copied right off the cover of Cyberpunk 2020, The Ravengers, written by Stephen Ballas. So here's the actual artist proof, and so you can see it's the elf, the details of the arch behind it are all included in Troubled in Pairs. You get a piece of the stairs. There's people have complained that they thought the vest looked pasted on, and the elf still has the bump here from the Cyberjack. The fantasy elf has the bump on the side of the head for the Cyberjack, which makes people go, why would a fantasy elf need the bump in the place where the Cyberjack would be? Not only that, it's when you do the overlays, it's quite obvious that this is a cut and paste job. Not just that, though. There's the accusation that this arm right here is taken from a Boris Vallejo artwork, and then the face. Let's take a look at the face. The arm, people were looking at it saying, yeah, that's Boris Vallejo shading for sure. But what's most convincing to me is this shot of the head taken from a detective story magazine. It's clear. I mean, even the bandage and the blood are just taken right over. The only modification is the ear. This is beginning to look like a slam dunk case against Faye Dalton, and no wonder Giancola is a little bit upset. You work so hard to produce this stuff, and Wizards is really reticent to actually pay artists what they're worth. They demand a lot of production for not enough money. And it's kind of almost no wonder that an artist under the gun like that would resort to copying. And it kind of brings up again that sooner or later, Wizards is just going to switch over to AI and dispose of all these artists that they've been using for years for Magic the Gathering. Now, this is Faye Dalton's website. We're going here because there is an irony. There's a delicious irony here on her website. I'm going to enlarge this so you can see it and put the cursor on it. Faye's work is incredibly detailed and boasts a vintage quality reminiscent of the 1950s. Yes, it has a very, very vintage quality, copied and pasted right out of the 1950s. That irony doesn't get any better than that, and yet in this case it does. Donato Giancola is still a working Magic the Gathering artist. This is his latest work that he has produced, And of irony upon irony, look at the title of this card: Caught Red-Handed. Wizards caught red-handed in an art theft case. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, it's not really Wizards' fault. Well, actually, it's on them because they have published it. They have published it and benefited from it. And now they're going to have to pay the original artist for this indiscretion. They need to make sure that this sort of thing doesn't happen. It's on them. They can't just go, too bad, so sad. The artist did it. The artist deceived us. No, they're going to get sued. And this looks like a slam dunk case. It should be interesting to watch this one unfold and see what transpires. Potentially some sort of settlement, settle out of court. They definitely want to settle this one fast. It's a loser. There's no point in even fighting it. They do not want to run up those $1 million legal fees like what have been run up in the Wizards of the Coast versus Nu TSR, Justin Lanassa, and Dungeon Hobby Shop Museum. So this case, this is a loser. The other case is about to get hot because it has just been reported on Enworld today that the bankruptcy case is most likely going to go through. And I was aware of this information, but was under a gag order. Don't reveal it. Inside information. And so I've been waiting for this to come out. Yeah, it looks like the bankruptcy case will go through. Justin will be absolved. TSR LLC will be wiped out, and they will walk away from all of their debt. And the transfer of assets, we can't, it's one of those things like in court, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. The effort to be able to prove that shenanigans have gone on with assets and so on and so forth is just dicey. And so, yeah, somebody's going to get away with this one. However, we also know that Wizards has been waiting for the bankruptcy case to wrap up so they can then start steamrolling in the Washington court case where they have been sued by Nu TSR, Justin, and Dungeon Hobby Shop Museum. And so we fully expect, as the bankruptcy case goes away in Justin's favor, the Washington court case is about to heat up, and that's not going to be enjoyed so much. So it's interesting what's going on in the courtroom these days with Wizards. One's a loser, one's a loser, one's a winner, and we're going to get to watch this play out. This is Tom for Tabletop Taproom Reporting, Court Reporter. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks to my subscribers. You guys are great. Don't forget that like, subscribe, bell icon. We will endeavor to keep track of these things and keep you informed, and keep on gaming, and have a happy Easter.